Here are 5 big pitfalls that may be holding you back in your marketing with your success in your construction business. All right, so marketing, it's huge. It's the most important thing about bringing in leads, bringing in new clients, building businesses. Yes, sales are important. Yes, everything else that goes after that is important, but without a solid, river of leads, big funnel of new people, new clients coming into your business, you will not be successful. And this is something I see a lot of contractors struggling with the ups and downs of, constantly having to market and then do work and then not having enough sales and having too many sales and everything in between. So I'm showing you the 5 big pitfalls that I see and how you can overcome them. Before we get started, give this video a big likes up. Super appreciate you for doing that. First one coming at you. So the big thing with the first thing I'm going to mention here is the Contractor Catch 22. Something that I struggled with a lot early on in my business, and it's such a common thing throughout the industry, and I want you to get rid of it. And it's what causes all the big ups and downs. And the Contractor Catch 22 is that when you don't have work, when things are slow, you pour a lot of energy and effort into sales, into marketing, into lead gen. And then all of a sudden, a month or 2 later, you get this big boom of sales because you did all that work. Now you're overwhelmed, overworked. You've got too many projects coming at you. You stop doing your marketing. You stop doing your sales. You stop doing follow-ups. You stop caring about new people that call you. And then you're busy doing the work. All of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, we don't have any new projects coming up. Now you start marketing. So there's this constant up and down of too much work, not enough work, and it's the Contractor Catch 22 of being too busy and not busy enough. So the way to even out that whole trend is to have consistent marketing and have a system in place that can take away those ups and downs and make sure that you always have some lead gen happening, you're always reaching out, and that there's a process for clients. So that's the first big struggle I see with marketing. The second one, common one that I see, is delegating without the basics. So, we love to delegate, myself included. I hope you love to delegate because it's so important. Who can do this for me, not how can I do this? And the issue here is that when you delegate without the basics in place, you're passing the buck to someone else, but you're only giving them 10 cents, if that makes sense. So what do I mean by this? I mean that you hire a marketing agency. Maybe you've done this before. You've got high hopes. You spend $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 on ads or marketing or some new branding or what have you, but you don't have any of the basics in place. You don't have a decent website in place. You don't have some branding in place. You don't have a client avatar. You don't know who your ideal client is. You don't have any sort of process or marketing materials that can help make sure that your investment is worth it. So I'm all for delegating, especially, the marketing and sales and things like that. As you grow, you'll need to pass those off. But at the beginning, don't delegate too early without having, something in place already that you can build off of, that you can pass along, that if you are going to spend a bunch of money on advertising or, brand managers or social media managers, that you have some of the basics in place. And if you don't know about this, that'll lead me into my point number 4. So make sure you stick around. Point number 4, point number 5, I'm going to be talking about how to make sure that you're doing that properly. Number 3, moving on to number 3 here, fixated on price. So this is another one. Most everybody I ask, and I like to ask this question early on, especially with clients or people that I'm helping with their marketing and sales, is where do you think your pricing is at? Do you think you're underpriced, you're average priced, or you're overpriced? I would say probably about 80, maybe even 90% of the feedback I get from people is like, well, I'm at the higher end of my pricing. I price higher than other people. Almost everyone believes this because I don't know if it's a fallacy or they're working off past experience or inflation or whatever, but I find most people think that they're maxing out their price, that there's some sort of ceiling, and it's like, I can't charge more than this, or there's just too much competition, and if I charge more than this, I won't get any jobs. You can easily raise your prices by an easy 3 to 5%. And probably nothing will happen in your sales and marketing. You may have 1 out of 100 clients fall off because of that small 5%. If you can't sell jobs for 5% increase of what you're doing right now, then you've got to look at a lot of the value multipliers, as I call them. But there's all these value multipliers that can easily increase what you're selling, the price of it that you offer, and the sales that you get by 5 to 10% without doing any additional work, without changing the product, changing the service, whatever you're doing. And these value multipliers are things like, proper branding, looking the part, the reputation. So your reputation that you build up, that takes time. Add-ons. So there's all these little add-ons that a client may want you to sell them on more stuff. So they bought this base package, they're getting a new kitchen, right? So they're like, yeah, we want a kitchen, right? Okay, well, how about your bathroom? I mean, that looks like, it's still got the pink toilet and the pink bathtub from the 1960s. Why don't we upgrade your bathroom? You're going to save a bunch of time on project management and, all these other fees that go into starting and stopping a project. So there's all these like add-ons that just by offering more services or asking them to spend more, you're actually doing them a service because they get more value. The end product, the end experience they're going to get from you providing more of your amazing services is going to increase the value of the services that you're already offering. So that's a huge one. Communication and speed are another two to work on. So communication, how well you communicate as a contractor can easily make the difference between 5-10% additional pricing on your projects, just through the reputation and the branding that you're gonna, and the goodwill that you're gonna put through, the referrals that you're gonna get. It's just, the communication is so important, and it's really lacking by a lot of contractors. So if you can improve your communication skills and communication you provide during the sales process, during the marketing, but also during the project management, is gonna just give you one of those value multipliers. And then speed. How fast can you answer the phone? How fast can you be at their place to do a walkthrough with them? How fast can you turn around an estimate? How fast can you give them an invoice? Everything is about speed, and the faster you can do something, the higher the value you will get. So stop with this being fixated on price. You can charge more, you should charge more. And the reason you should charge more is because you should be adding more additional value into your product, into your service that you're offering to your clients. So does that make sense? Are you with me here? Remember to subscribe to the channel. If you're getting value out of this, if you can see ways that this is helping you, subscribe to the channel. Got tons of great content coming out every week. So moving on to number 4. Wow, we're already on number 4 already. So like I said earlier about the agency and like hiring people too early. So the number 4, the one that I'm going to mention, is no training. So you are a business owner. You may have been self-employed. There's a difference, by the way. Self-employed, you're working by yourself. Maybe you have an assistant and you work off word of mouth referrals. Maybe you're doing, carpentry or plumbing, or maybe you're even self-employed, GC without many employees. There's a difference. Being a business owner, scaling a business, growing a business, becoming successful, and having a team around you, it requires you to learn and know new things. And one of those is marketing, another one is sales, but today we're focusing on the struggles with marketing. And one of the reasons you're struggling with something is because you don't know enough about it. You're not a professional, you're not capable of building a business and marketing in a way that is going to drive a lot of business to your business. So does that make sense? Hope that's not harsh, but think about the first time that you picked up a hammer or a drill or a sheet of plywood or whatever you did. When you started the job, you probably sucked at it, and you probably got the shittiest jobs that there were right then. As you got better, though, you got better and better. Now you own your own business because you are a professional. You're an expert at what you do, the service that you provide as a contractor. Same thing with marketing. When you start, it's going to be awkward. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to probably suck at it. You need to learn. You need to improve. You need to put some time and energy into improving yourself. If you want help with this, I have a course, online course available. It comes with a one-to-one coaching session called the Avalanche Sales System. Links are in the description below. Not going to go into detail here, but it's an amazing course to help you as a contractor boost your marketing, boost your sales, and really drive revenue to your business. So that is number 4. Number 5. This is the last one I'm going to mention here, but make sure you understand this one because it is absolutely paramount to every other one working, and that is a lack of documented systems. All right, so moving on to point number 5 here, and this is the last point I'm going to make, but it's so paramount because this point here has impact on all the other 4 points I mentioned and is like pivotal and the foundational baseline foundation for the other 4 working, and that is a lack of documented systems. All right, so moving on to point number 5. This is the last point I'm going to be making, but it's paramount that you understand this, and because this point is like the foundation, it's the glue, it's like the super sauce that makes all of the first 4 points possible, and work in a way that's not going to make you go bananas because you're just overworked and don't know how to take care of everything. So that this is a lack of systems. Systems so incredibly important. They're going to help you. There's ways to automate this. There's ways to have a process. This process that I've explained, these 5 points, take that, put it into like a spreadsheet. Work on your sales and marketing process. Have a standard operating procedure for everything. And it may seem difficult, but it's actually super easy these days. I've got other videos to go check out to figure out how to do SOPs and stuff like that. But a documented system, how to do things in a specific way, is going to give you consistency. So you're not reinventing the wheel all the time. You're not going back to the drawing board. And so that you have a specific way to figure out everything and make everything work. And like I said in the first point, the Contractor 22, it's going to even out all those dips by having a documented system in place that's being taken care of, even while you're on vacation, even while you're on site, even while the wheels are falling off, maybe in other places. At least your marketing, your sales, you have a system that's operating and performing, so that you're always having new business, new clients coming into your business. Because if you have an overwhelming amount of leads, that means you can choose your clients, you can have better clients, better relationships, better just overall business structure, and you can charge more because now you are very much in demand and you're not worried about, oh, is there going to be enough work for my guys? Oh, taxes are coming up and I need to collect a bunch of work to make some money to pay taxes or whatever, right? So important. If you want more help with this, check out the links in the description below. So in the description, there are links to get free courses, free templates, a bunch of great stuff there. Make sure you check it out. We'll see you later. Here's to the best with your marketing.